the stereo on this third generation Dodge was a little finicky with the volume control, and I wanted a backup camera, so I'm going to pull the radio out and install a backup camera style radio in there as well. Disconnecting both batteries on this diesel pickup, a couple of screws underneath the trim bezel there if you have the center console and the third seat up front, and then the trim bezel around the stereo just pulls out with a trim removal tool. You can pop the clips out. 4 screws around the stereo, disconnect the connectors there in the back, and then the radio antenna was tight there, so I had to pull off that little barrel around that that was kind of stuck on that antenna. And then this one I got is from Top Display, trying it out and plugging in everything. There's some remote USB cables you can run separately if you want those. Just plugging in everything where they fit. Now I'm running the RCA cable for the signal back to the camera. So I'm going through behind the dash and then through the firewall, and I'm going to tape on this 1/4 inch extension, 6-inch extension for a little bit of rigidity to poke it through the rubber boot through the firewall, just up in the high left corner there behind the brake pedal, and then pulling it through, and then just gonna feed it all the way down along the inner fender well there, and then along the frame all the way to the back to get back to the rear license plate area. I tied off the one end so I wouldn't actually pull it too far and have to start over again. And then I'm just kind of pulling it along and zip tying it as I go, trying to keep it in a place that I think it won't chafe or break or anything like that or cause any problems. And just got it hanging back by the back bumper, and then this end here got a little bit of slack to go to the stereo. Zip tying it up under the dash there above the brake pedals and whatnot. And then there's a power. We need to supply power to the camera. So in the harness there's a 12-volt feed. So we're just going to use a connector and hook those two together. And that'll be able to power the camera back there. And then starting to plug in stuff with these adapters. Not all these connectors on this Top Display radio that I ended up getting had the connectors didn't all go to everything. It's probably a multi-vehicle connector. And then back at the other end, you hook the camera up to the RCA extension cable you did, and then you tie into the power to the camera from the extension, and then you got to ground it somewhere. And I just used the trailer brake or the trailer lighting connector there, the black wire on that is a ground, but you could tie that into the ground anywhere, screw something to the frame if you wanted. Then I'm just going to test it. Got it all plugged in, comes on, and now I'm going to put it in reverse, make sure that the rear camera is working, and it does. So I can kind of button everything up now, clean it up. There's a microphone for the Bluetooth phone setup, and so I kind of stuck that over here in the upper left corner of the bezel, but it's a little far away. When you talk to people on the phone, it sounds like you're far away, so I'd probably grab a little more slack on that and run it up either up by the visor or let it hang and hook it onto my shirt with a little lapel clip or something like that. And then I'm going to mount the camera on the rear license plate, so using the camera itself as a template to drill a couple of holes, mount it with some rivets on the rear license plate. I'm going to tape up these RCA connections here so they stay connected, zip tie everything out of the way, and kind of clean everything up. Then you can go on. It's basically an Android kind of a setup, so you can hook up to Bluetooth and whatever and make it so you'll have wireless CarPlay or Android Auto. And this is the rear backup camera, the thing I was most excited about with it. Hope you found this useful. Appreciate you watching. I hope you like and subscribe.